This isn't where I left my car. Hey, welcome to episode 2 of Mediocre Minecraft, guys. I really appreciate you checking in. I need some sand. That's why we're in this sad, sad desert biome. So, first things first, we're going to harvest some sand, and then I'll fill you in on what we're going to do this episode. Alright, we're making our way back to our base, and while we do that, I figure we should talk about what we're going to try to accomplish this episode. Last episode was great, episode 1 was wonderful, but we didn't do any building. And so this episode, I think we need to fix that. So we're going to build an iron farm and a decorative build to go around it. And the decorative build is going to be in the style of a cat tree, a cat condo, whatever you want to call it. And then our iron farm is going to be one that was originally made by ianxofour that I've used many times. Very much appreciate his work there. Whoa, okay. Hey, Cal. Cal, what are you doing there? Cal, what are you doing on that tiny land mass? Let's take a closer look here, buddy. What's going on? What can I help? Do you want to jump in? No? Okay, rude. All right, I might come back to help you, maybe. All right, so we're back home, and we need to get rid of this lava. The lava is a problem. You might be asking, what lava? Well, let me show you. This lava. This is where we're playing our first build, and this is not going to work. So we're going to turn this into obsidian by dropping water on it here, just to make it a little bit safer, because we're only going to be working 1 or 2 blocks above it. We're going to cover this up with dirt, and then we're going to start building on top of it and pretend like it's never there. Downside is we'll probably hear bubbling lava forever and ever, but we'll live with it. All right, so let's start playing this base as soon as this pig is out of our way. We're going to build a little building based on a cat condo. So there's going to be sort of a box on the bottom with a big opening that a cat could get inside of, and then a tower on top with a little perch. And what we're going to do is I think we want to make this about 15 blocks apart, which I think is about where I'm at here. This is going to sort of be a big square base and then a tower coming up out of the top of it. So we're going to fill this in with sand, birch wood, strip birch wood, and maybe some planks as well. Let's get in the time lapse and we'll see how it goes. Done. Congratulations, everyone. Our starter base is complete. Check it out. Beautiful, right? Very good looking. Of course, I'm just kidding. Let's get back to it. All right, now we do need to mix up our textures a little bit, I'm not sure what it's called, make them a little bit noisier, I guess. So we're going to add some birch into the sand and kind of get the lines not quite as clean. I do think maybe that going darker to light instead of light to darker is a better move as far as shadows go, but I'm sort of committed to this design. I just kind of want to see how it works out, and we can always improve for next time. So now I'm going to try to find the center here. I think it should be around I think we went 15 blocks wide, so we're going to be around the the what is that? The eighth block, right? Yeah, the eighth. There we go. This is gonna be where the center for the opening is. And if you've seen these cat trees, these cat condos before, they usually have a pretty large opening in the bottom, so your cat can get in easily and have a safe place somewhere that they can be inside of and look out at the world around them. And that's sort of our idea here. I do think we're gonna have to go a little bit taller with the build, but I just want to get an idea of where we're at. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to go higher, so let's pillar up and we'll start adding some layers to this thing. I'm just going to mix in blocks here and just sort of see how it looks after we're done. While we're working on this, I wanted to talk a little bit about my inspiration for the series. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, I had a lot of free time all of a sudden. A lot of the social outlets that I had disappeared. And so, oddly, I started watching Minecraft videos on YouTube. I actually started watching videos before I started playing the game. And one of the guys I watched most often was Good Times with Scar. And if you are aware, his cat Jelly was voted into the game, I think in like 2014, something like that, maybe 2019. I can't remember. I'll put a graphic on the screen. But his cat Jelly was voted onto the game. And unfortunately, his cat passed away. I believe it was in this past year, 2024, maybe it was 2023. But that made me think about my cat, my love of my cat, and how I want to preserve his kind of like legacy, and that's what made me think about starting this series. All right, let's get a little. I want a little edge on the roof here. But yeah, so back to Scar and his cat Jelly, and then also I believe XB Craft had lost his dog recently, and it sort of furthers my point that we need to take some time and appreciate our furry friends. We only have so much time with them, and better to embrace it now than regretting it after the fact. Might as well pay it forward, and I really appreciate all that those guys have done for the game, and I just want to do my part. So we're finishing up on the roof here, and now we need to get some stairs down for the front. I want the entire inside to be a half slab higher than floor level, if that makes sense. And that's because we're going to build an iron farm, and I don't want it to be spawnable. So we got our stairs, we put a slab or a half slab above the stairs, and now we're going to fill it in with half slabs in line with that, as you can see here. This way iron golems aren't going to be able to spawn on the floor. Let's make this opening a little bit bigger. Like I said, I knew we were going to need a little bit more height, so we're just going to open this up and try to make it a little bit more like what an actual cat condo would look like. Let's keep working on our entryway here for the cat. Oh, all right. Well, this is embarrassing. All right. So given all the iron we mined in that first episode, you wouldn't think I'd be working with stone tools. But sure enough, somehow I've used all that iron, and we are in fact using a stone axe. I do apologize. But again, title of the series, it's sort of par for the course. What are you going to do? I think we're getting close here, though. It's one of those weird shapes in Minecraft. We sort of want a rounded finish, and it's just hard to do with square blocks, but I think we're getting there. And yeah, as we take a look at this, I think we're at a pretty good spot. It's not perfect, but I think it looks pretty decent. We're going to do a little bit of detailing here, and I'd like to put some spruce fences down here. I think it's a good contrast for the rest of the light wood that we're using. We will have to put some half slabs underneath to make them look whole, which is fine. I've sort of accepted that for this build, that we're going to have to do that just about everywhere. And then I'm thinking that we'll put some terracotta maybe. I think this is a good step to make the building look a little bit more full, a little bit more realistic, for lack of a better term. Just get some depth into it. Come on, get up there. Get up there. Come on. There. Okay, there we go. Good job, buddy. All right, and we'll do another column of it here. That way you'll be able to see it when you're outside looking in. And we'll do the other side same way. One column down, and then another on the back side. Viewable from outside, and then we'll get our two half slabs in underneath. And yeah, I think that looks pretty decent to start off with. We're going to make a bunch of composters here. In a minute, you'll see why they're important and why their texture is important. Let's see, about 3 blocks back from the corner, probably a good place to start. And we're going to put sort of a little upside down U here, and that will be the base of our tower. And now We're going to build up with more slabs, more oak slabs, and then we're going to incorporate those composters as well. Just finishing up the tower on this cat condo, and now we're going to put in a ladder so we can get up to the top. I really hope ladders work on compost. Yeah, well, they do. Okay. For a second there, I got worried. I had never checked if ladders could be put on composters. Let's make an exit or an entry down to the first floor here. We'll cut out a little spot, and then we'll craft some more ladders and build up an entry to the top 2 floors here. Maybe we'll put a fence. Yeah, why not? We'll put a little fence around just so we don't back up into the opening. I don't think it would kill us or cause much harm, but whatever. Details. We'll head back up here and start building the platform on the top. Now this is going to be birch slabs. For the most part, I haven't designed this out, so hopefully it comes out okay. I think if we try to do sort of a cross between a diamond and a circle for the top here, I think it'll end up looking okay. I do want to put a kind of cushion or a wall up against 2 or 3 sides. Just to sort of see how it looks. I mean, I feel like most cat trees usually have something for the cat to kind of butt up against, literally, so that they don't fall out while they're sleeping. So that's sort of what I'm going to go for, and that's why it might not be a perfect, like Minecraft circle, if you will. But let's see how it comes out here. And we can do some walls here in the birch as well. This first layer is going to have to be birch because of the whole slab thing, not spawnable, etc., etc. But then we'll, after we put the birch in, we'll see. We might want some more contrast, so maybe I'll switch up the material that's made on. But for right now, let's put some birch in as placeholders, and then we'll kind of work it out. And yeah, I think we're going to at least want some spruce to kind of frame the wall. Let's put this down and we'll see what we end up with. I might swap out most of the birch for more spruce, honestly. I think having a little bit of contrast up here might be wise if you're gonna see this from afar, which is pretty likely because I don't think we're going to climb up that ladder too many times in this series. But yeah, if you're going to see it from afar, I think the contrast might be good. So let's put some spruce in here, and I think we're just going to change out the entire wall and use spruce aside from that first half slab of birch there. I just think it's going to look better. So let's make that change. I think we have we got plenty of spruce half slabs, and let's get those in here. We got most of the main building done, but we do need to work outside a bit. I need a source of food, so let's plant some crops. If we ever do find our cat friend, we're going to need to feed both him and I don't think the minimal amount of wheat we have is going to do it. So let's plant all the vegetables we have. We got wheat here, plenty of that. We're going to do offsetting rows of wheat, carrots, and potatoes. That's how I hear they grow quickest, so that's what we're going to do. Let's put some hay bales around. I think it's a simple way to bring a lot to this kind of area. It's a fairly detailed block, given Minecraft's limitations, and so I think it adds quite a bit. Add a few more over here, and then let's add some pumpkins, again, just sort of brings the immersion level up a little bit. And now, just while it's on my mind, I want to build a little structure just so we can grow glowberries and vines. It's ugly, but I'm going to put it out of the way. We're behind our sort of tree farm at the moment, so the only way we'd see it is if we walked over to it and looked at it. We're just going to build a basic T, and then we're going to throw some vines on one side, and let's put our glowberries here on the other. We're going to make a little trough out of trapdoors against the wall of the building here next to the farmland. We'll throw some water in on both sides, and that should give us an infinite... No, okay, wait. There we go. Okay, now we take... Yep, okay, good. All right. Gives us an infinite water source. And now we're going to plant some sugarcane. It's not going to live here forever, but I just want to get it growing so I have some, and then we'll develop a sugarcane farm as we move on. While we're doing that, let's just throw down some bamboo. We have plenty of it. We're just going to put a couple of stalks into the ground just to get it growing and give us a source if we need more. All right, let's head over and see how our crops are doing. Oh, hey guys, should we take them on? Yeah, I think we should take them on. Let's go. All right, fellas, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got here. Yeah, shield, no match for the shield. Boom, boom. Took yourself out with your own arrow, and now, bam, bam, defeated. That's right, we defend this house. We've protected our base. We are building in hopes that we can find Humphrey and bring him back to enjoy this area with us. I think it's time to start with our iron farm now. Hey pigs. Hi, pigs. Iron Farm was developed by ianxofour. I think I mentioned that earlier. I'll put a link in the description of the video to his original video. I've been using it for a long time. I love it. I think it's great. So let's get going on that. We're going to start off by building essentially a 9x5 rectangular pit. And that's going to be the area that the iron golems are going to spawn in. So we're going to cut out these last few bits of half slabs. We're going to fill in the underlining areas of these slabs because we don't want iron golems spawning down there. And then we're going to dig a pit into the dirt. We're going to go 2 blocks deeper. So we're going to be about 3.5 blocks below the surface of the floor of the build here. And like I said, this is where the iron golems will spawn. We'll use water to force them to a central point, and they will run into lava, and you'll see how we do that next. So we're below and adjacent to the area where that pit is, and we are planning the area where villagers and zombie is going to be. The zombie is going to be in this boat, and he will be trapped there and staring at the villagers, and they will be scared, and that is what will cause the iron golems to be spawned. Back in the pit, we need 3 signs and an open fence gate. That will hold our lava source in place. That way when the iron golems get pushed by the water into it, they won't be able to move and they'll be burned, turn into iron ingots, and thus fall into our hopper. Full disclosure, fire spread needs to be off for this to work. Now we need to acquire 3 villagers, and the way we're going to do that is using a boat primarily. We are going to bridge out all the way over to that village. It's not going to work out perfectly in terms of vertical distance, so we're probably going to have to use a workstation to get the villagers to come towards our boat. But yeah, here we go. So we're going to use this blast furnace. This little guy is going to keep following us, trying to get to it, taking the job on, and then we're going to break it and move it again. And finally, we'll put a boat next to it, and hopefully he will join us over here and get into the boat. Very good, sir. Thank you very much. We'll break the block, and now let's boat him all the way over to our base. This is a fun ride, right? Very scenic. It's sort of like Space Mountain, sort of. I'm going to speed this up for you guys watching at home, but just remember I had to do this with 3 villagers, so it was definitely a slog. So we got 3 villagers over here. I took them out of the boats, and now I'm going to use water to get them down into the chamber that I built earlier. Looks like we're going to need another bucket. Let's put one down. Yeah, that should do it. Yeah, okay. They're gonna fall in there. I'm going to pick the water up here, and they will gracefully go downward into their new home. I feel terrible saying that. So here we are. This is sort of our collection area. We're gonna put in some upside down stairs here so we can still open this chest, and now some ladders so we can get in and out. Hopper goes into the chest in the pit, And then I believe we're supposed to make these blocks into farmland, for lack of a better term. I think it's to prevent iron golems spawning from that one sort of row of areas. So let's put our water down. We'll make sure it matches up with the hopper there, which I think it will. The hopper should be the one block that is not covered with water. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. And now we need to go get a zombie. I see two of them down here, so let's head down, see if we can attract one. And yeah, here we go. All right, so one of you guys needs to die. One more hit. Come here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. All right, so now you come over here. Follow me. Follow me. I know. You need to follow me through crops and around stuff. I get it. And then hopefully you will go right into this hole because of the trapdoors are fully... There we go. Okay, all right. Or ow. Okay, you can apparently hit me. All right, there we go. Safely in your hole in a boat. Okay, so we moved our furnace array inside, or a smelter inside, just to make it easier. And now let's see if we spawn a golem or not, because we should, I think. I can't think of a reason why we shouldn't. So let's wait and see. Shouldn't take too... There we go. Poor golem. All right, just remember, he's iron. He doesn't feel this, just relax, everyone. But yeah, so these golems should spawn. I think they have a chance to spawn every 30 seconds. So hopefully they'll give us a decent amount of iron. It's let's see. So let's see what we got here. After about a half an hour, we have, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 stacks of iron. I mean, that's pretty great. We can definitely live with that. Let's get a little slightly automated composter setup going over here, because the iron golems are going to drop a lot of poppies, and I think the best thing to do with those is to turn them into bone meal. So we're going to put a chest at the bottom. Let's pillar up a little bit. We'll do a hopper. And then a composter on top, and then another oops, that's not right. Break that. Come on, there we go. We'll do another hopper on top of the composter, and then finally a chest on top of that hopper. That way we can throw the poppies in the chest, and they'll turn into bone meal. So let's take a look at what we have down here. We got like 3.5 stacks of poppies, 3.25 stacks. So let's throw those in, and we'll just double check that we're getting bone meal out of the bottom. I am sure we are. Can't imagine why we wouldn't, but always better safe than sorry. And with that, guys, I think that's going to be the end of episode 2. I know we don't have a good place to lay our head yet, but we did start some good infrastructure for Humphrey's arrival. When we do find him, I think he's going to love it. The sun is going down, so I want to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you are enjoying this, and y'all take care until the next time.